All right. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic, less known classic. This is episode number 2910 and Doubleshot number 2804. Well, first discussing an Azrael trade and the next 12 issues of Brave and the Bold. Now, this actually was never released. Next year got canceled, probably due to low pre-order sales. This Azrael trade is known as Angel in the Dark. This is written by Fabian DeCisa, and we collect the first 6 issues of the series. Yes, mostly put for these issues, it's mostly put a lot of standalone issues. No actual story arc here. It's just basically standalone issues of Azrael, just, of course, deal with the history of the Horde of Purity here. It's interesting for what it is, but I'll compare notes, basically. I'm going to talk about the very next storyline, the next 6 issues, but these issues are okay. I love the artwork. I think Roman Box does a great job with the artwork, and the book roughly 8.5 out of 10. Next up, basically, is Brave and the Bold. From the first line of issues 13 to 24. These issues are interesting given the fact that, well, for issues 13 and 18, basically it's still Robin Hood, Silent Knight, and Viking Prince. Yes, by issue 18, the Robin story was dropped from the book. I don't know the reason for it, but it was. Bill Fingers did some writing here. And then, of course, after issue 22, Silent Knight was dropped from the book, and his last story involved his helmet being cracked. Yes, Robin Hood just finished up basically adapting his tale. In the case of Viking Prince, he pretty much took over the last couple issues. Yes, and also for some reason from issues 19 to 22, it's basically like because they dropped the Robin Hood feature from the book, they made, well, in the case of both stories for Silent Knight and Viking Prince, they made a novel length per se. Basically, they're long at 10 pages. Both these issues are 40 pages apiece, and the final issues are basically focused on Viking Prince himself. I found the Viking Prince to be interesting for what they are, and I like Silent Knight as well. But Robin Hood is just okay at best. Yes, and this pretty much wraps up the fantasy era for Brave and the Bold. The next time I talk about this book will be the team-up era. An era that pretty much continued throughout the entire volume. So, I have pretty much gotten through, as of this point, all the tryout issues, and now I'm doing the team-ups. I still find it kind of weird that these first 24 issues are still not in trade after all this time. By the way, these issues were released back in the late 50s. Like around 1958, 1959. That's when these issues came out. And then get this. So, the very next issue, right after this feature wrapped up, we debuted the Suicide Squad. Excuse me. No, not the John S. Winter Suicide Squad. Not that version. The original version. The one we covered Robert Kniger, which had two features in this book. Lasted from 25 to 27, and then continuing on, I think it was 35, 37. And then they continued it in Weird War Tales. It was a wartime forgot stories. It's 2-page stories. Yeah, the whole thing with the Suicide Squad, this one we're just doing wacky sci-fi stories. Now, when people think of Suicide Squad, people think of the John Ostrander version. Ostrander did create a version of the Suicide Squad, but he created a more popular version of the group. He did not create the term Suicide Squad, he just basically rebooted the team to the more popular incarnation. Who else showed up during the trial? Well, after Suicide Squad had their feature, we next had the Justice League. We also have Cave Carson's, I think it was Hawkman. Yeah, he had a feature in this book. Marvel, he was actually the last one. It was actually a good amount of team-ups here. The basic features. There's even a whole story featuring 3 team-ups, featuring 3 war heroes, war characters like Enemy Ace, Sergeant Rock. I found that to be interesting, but now I'm moving on to team issues. and the gym apparel era for the book, which I'm very much looking forward to. Yep. I'm so happy this book is out of the 50s now. I decided to do the first 24 issues mainly because basically I didn't want to skip them because are they boring? Not really, no. They're just okay. I would say probably of the features of this book, like, I would say the best features are probably I like Silent Night and I like Mikey Prince. I like these two the best. I'm glad these two stayed pretty much basically the whole run. Well, except the last couple issues because Silent Night was dropped for some strange reason. Now, who do I think was the most boring feature of the book? I wasn't necessarily a big fan of the Golden Gladiator stuff. I didn't mind the artwork. Just some of the stories were just okay at best. And Robin Hood was kind of the same thing really too. It just basically just a retelling of the classic Robin Hood story. But I think that Silent Night and Viking Prince are the best stories in Spawn. As a matter of fact, these two were featured even afterwards. Where like Viking Prince was reckoned to be an incarnation of Hawkman, and Viking Prince would make occasional appearances since until he finally died in the 80s. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much that particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do this like button. Sorry for the short review, but not a lot to talk about these issues. So, next up, we'll talk about some Red Robin and Birds of Prey. Okay, next video. Bye.